Hey, welcome. Good evening, guys. How are you guys doing? As you come on, please like, share, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to notify. Welcome. I trust that you guys had a great and exciting day today. It's been a bit chaotic here in the DMV, in the nation's capital. It's been very chaotic. I'm sure some of you guys probably seen it all across the social media platforms of all the discussing different things that are going on here in our nation's capital. With the Trump supporters, and it's a lot going on. But in spite of that, I trust that you guys had a great day. As you come on in, please let me know where you're coming from. Let me know who is on, where you're coming from, so that we can interact. I like to be interactive, so I will not be before you guys long. Pretty much, hey Melanie, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thanks for your support. But I will not be long before you guys. We're just going to talk briefly a bit about you versus you. Yes, you versus you. But before I get into that, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. And also make sure you hit the notification button. And come on in the chat box and let me know where are you coming from? Who are you? So that I can acknowledge you. But so come on, let's dive into this because I'm not going to be before you guys long. I'm sure you guys got some things to do just as well as myself. So welcome again. But what is it? As I thought about, you versus you the other day, I was taken back, to, how social media, a lot of, the social media, platforms, so many people think that their identity, not even their identity, but there's a lot of comparison that is going on in the social media, arena. Yes. Oh, I'm sure it's a great day there in Florida. Always sunny there. It has been so cold here. It's been very cold here, Melanie. It's been, I don't know, I think probably like 40 something degrees here. It was a very cold day and also dreary. It was like a very dreary, gloomy day here in the DMV. Well, honey, enjoy that sun. Enjoy sunny Florida. Oh, and oh no, so we're not coming down Florida on the I think it's supposed to be like the 21st. So we're not going to come. Somehow, what's that Frontier? They changed the flight dates and so forth, and so where they changed the date that we come back. So that's not going to work for a lot of us. So we're not coming down to Florida at this current moment. So hopefully I'll be there soon. So yeah, but I'm sure enjoy that sunny weather, Melanie. But yes, but like I was saying, about this, I call it the social media safari. It's like a safari. It's a jungle, out here, and it's so easy to get caught up, in it. And then you have so many people that are comparing themselves, with this person, You have folks on there scrolling all throughout the day on what this person doing, and then you're comparing yourself to what he doing, what she doing, and so forth. Let me tell you something. Welcome, Shalita 260 64. Welcome. Yeah, she said despite all that has been going on today, was still a good day in the DMV. Yes, it has. It has been a really good day in spite of all that has been going on in the DMV. I agree. It has been a great day in spite of with all the controversy that is just all across social media and across CNN and TV. Oh my gosh, it's a pretty bit overwhelmed. But yes, I agree. It has been a great day. Yeah, so welcome. Make sure you share. Make sure you hit the notification button. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, Shalita. Welcome. But yeah, but like I was saying, it's such a social media safari out here, and then you have so many people that are comparing themselves, to what she has, what she is doing, and you got your eyes on everybody else except for yourself. In this season, it has to be you versus you. You can no longer sit here and compare yourself with what others are doing, because what others are doing, that's what they're doing. But what God has you to do is totally different from what others, are doing. So as far as, you comparing yourself to what, somebody else is doing, maybe maybe they're doing big things out here, on social media. And just like, what's that? The new app, Clubhouse app, it's a lot of hype that's about this. Everybody is excited about Clubhouse and, and so forth. And people are actually getting stressed out, over these social media, platforms, because you're sitting there scrolling, looking at other people, what they're doing, and you feel as though, well, I'm not moving in, like they're moving. I don't have the things that they're doing. I don't have the likes that they have. Let me tell you something. You focus on the quality of your life and not the quantity of others' likes. Focus on the quality of your life and not the quantity of the likes. Folks, come on, we have to get out of it. We have to get out of the likes. I call it ADD, attention deficit disorder. Some people have, so many people have attention deficit disorder, but not, even that, have attention disorder, because how could you sit there and compare yourself with somebody else's? What's their lane is not your lane. Do you? Do what they say, do you, boo? So do you. So in this season, you cannot sit there and compare yourself to what, others doing. It is you versus you, not you and comparing with others. Come on now, instead of comparing yourself to what others are doing, and so forth. Let's collaborate then. All the comparing and you talking about her and talking about him and just the different, different things that, the enemy will try to highlight and put in your mind. How about collaborating with folks, getting connected, to folks that is sitting there, comparing yourself, to them. You cannot compare yourself to them. You are not to be compared. You are not to be compared. So know who you are in Christ. Your identity is in Christ. Your identity is not in social media. Your identity is not in Facebook. It is not in LinkedIn. It is not in the Clubhouse app. It is not in Twitter and all these other, social media, platforms that's, going on. And as far as I'm concerned, people don't always reflect, their reality. On social media, people do not always reflect, the reality. Most of the time, they're reflecting, a counterfeit. They're reflecting, some type of. Give me a word, guys. Give me a word. A lot of times is I call it false advertising. Yes, false advertising. A lot of people are on social media posting all this big stuff and different things that they're doing, and at the end of the day, it's not what it seems like, folks. It is not what it seems like. So, in this season, you got to know who you are. And I'm going to give you 2 keys tonight, because I'm not going to be before you guys. I'm going to give you 2 keys. And I gave you kind of one key, earlier, where I said, no, focus on the quality of your life and not the quantity, of the likes. Not the quantity of who liking your stuff and who not liking your stuff. Everybody got to start somewhere. So you cannot focus on, getting, these likes. I ain't got these many likes. I ain't get this. Okay, guess what? In due time, you shall reap a harvest of that. What are you believing for? That what are you envisioning, for? So you got to focus on your life and not the quantity of the likes of, the social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and so forth. And another key nugget I want you guys to know too, know your unique value. Know who you are in Christ. Know what it is that you bring to the table. You have value. You have potential. You have great value. So know what it is that you bring to the table. Don't sit there and allow this social media safari to get you all over the place where you're comparing yourself to what somebody else is doing. Me comparing myself to what Shalita is doing. I'm comparing myself to what, Melanie is doing. Melanie and Shalita lane is 2 different lanes from my lane. Their lane may be faster than my lane. But guess what? Okay, I'm going to own my own lane at the present time. I'm not going to try to run my race with them. I'm not going to try to get into comparison with them. I'm going to stay in my own lane, run my own race. You have to run your own race in this season. Don't get caught up in the hype. It's you versus you, not you versus everybody else that's on social media that's, putting all these, highlights and so forth and different things. And, I know there's a lot of highlight reels about this and the highlight reels about this person doing this. They're making this much money. They doing this. Guess what, baby? You got to be your own highlight reel. Make your own highlight reel. You got to be the next news. Make yourself the next news. So, yeah, guys, come on. We got to be our own highlight reel. We cannot be the highlight reel of, of social media, and so forth. We have to be our own highlight reel. Be your own spotlight. It's you versus you, not you versus everybody else. God has uniquely made you who he has wanted you to be. Your DNA is totally different from, my DNA. But at the end of the day, it's you versus you. So I want you guys to put that in the feed. It's me versus me, not everybody else. Me versus me, you versus you. So stay in your own lane, in this season. Don't get caught up in the hype, of what others are doing, and so forth. Because at the end of the day, when you're comparing yourself to, others and so forth, your confidence is taking is taking a hit. Your confidence is taking a hit. And some of you guys are, I find that so many people, are allowing, their confidence to take a beating in their confidence. Yes, Melanie, if you know who you are in Christ, you will not need to compare yourself. That is so true. If you know who you are in Christ, you will not need to compare yourself with others are doing on social media and others are doing outside of social media. You have to know who you are in Christ. I agree, Melanie. Yes, our identity is made in him. It is not in anywhere else. It is not in no social media platform that you are on. Your identity is in him. So today I want you to free yourself from the spirit of comparison. Free yourself from that comparison trap. Know who you are in Christ. Know who you are in Christ. You are a peculiar person. You are a royal priesthood. God has created you in his image and in his likeness. You are the pupil, the pupil of his eye. You are his beloved. Know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, get into scriptures and, begin to ask God, who am I in you? And God will begin to give you the identity. Your identity is not on these platforms of social media, baby. It is not in the highlight reels. No, it is in Christ. Your identity is in Christ. So, again, yes, Shalita, it says me versus me. Comparing yourself to others is an insult to the Creator. Yes, I totally agree. It is an insult to him because he has specifically woven us together and made us unique. He has made you unique, Melanie unique, myself unique. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own uniqueness. So yes, so that's what I want to give you guys. I didn't want to be on here, on here long, but I wanted to share that with you because I feel as though there are so many people on these social media platforms that get caught up in this social media jungle, this social media safari, and you're allowing yourself to compare yourself to what others are doing and this and this. No, run your own race. Stay in your own lane, baby. Run your own race. It is you against you. Nobody else. So I'm going to run back over the first two keys that I gave you guys, but then I'm also going to give you the number 3 key, and then we'll kind of wrap up and we'll end this live. But the first key, I talked about knowing your unique value, knowing what it is that you bring to the table. You have so much to bring to the table. There's so much potential. There's greatness inside of you. There's so much that God has put in you that there's no need for you to compare yourself to, what others are doing. And also the number two that I want to give you guys. Focus on the quality of your life and not the quantity of the likes that is on social media. Focus on the quality of your life and not in the quantity of the likes. If no one gives you likes, okay, oh well, guess what? Keep going. You don't let that erode your self-esteem. You don't let that, cause you to fall into this mental funk. You keep going. Stay in your own lane. Run your own race. And then the third one is show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. You don't have to show up for everybody else. Guess what? When God is ready to highlight you, baby, it's showtime. It's showtime. Lights, camera, action. God will put you on the scene. God will put you as a trophy unto the world. So when God is ready to highlight you and, cause highlight reels in your life and so forth, God will put you out there. You don't have to put yourself out there. You just show up and you just keep doing what God has called you to do. Show up behind the scenes. Keep doing what God has called you to do. And eventually others will see. and eventually you will become, that highlight reel. But you're already a highlight reel in the eyes of Christ. You're already a highlight reel in his eyes. So yes, I don't want you guys to no longer compare yourself. And if you know somebody who is in that comparison, realm, and so forth, share this live with them. Share this with them, because there is something that they need to hear, that you do not have to get caught up in this social media safari. You don't have to get caught up in this jungle out here. It is you versus you. Be the best version of you and not nobody else. We all have our own DNA. So yes, be the version of you, and stop sowing into comparison. Stop sowing, into that, because your self-esteem, your confidence, it takes a beating when you're constantly sowing, into, comparison and so forth. So free yourself from comparison. And if you know anybody, like I said not too long ago, if you know anybody who needs this word, make sure you share this with them. Get out of that comparison trap. Know who you are in Christ. That's going to be number one. Know who you are. Know who you are in Christ. Number two, it's going to be know your unique value and what you bring to the table. Number three, it's going to be focus on the quantity of your life and not the quantity of the likes that are on social media. And number four, show up for you. You ain't got to show up for nobody else. Show up for you. Be your own highlight reel. So with that said, folks, I entrust that there was something that was registered, something that was said that spoke, volume to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of this live, but thank you guys for joining and tuning in. Please share, please give me a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe. And for my replay viewers, make sure you do the same thing. But you guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your night. And yes, I'll see you guys soon. I don't know when I'll be back, but I definitely will be back. So again, I trust that there was something that was, said that registered, with you. And with that said, you guys have a good night. Good night, folks.